Rapping Reason Podcast with Dr. Jeremy C. McCool and Earl Hopkins. Yo, we back at it again with another episode of Rapping Reason Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Dr. Jeremy C. McCool.
And I'm Earl Hopkins. What's going down?
Man, what's good, bro?
Same old, man. This is a good week ahead. We got a lot of exciting things to look forward to, man. So I've just been enjoying the ride, enjoying the journey. How about yourself, bro?
Same here, bro. The semester just ended for me, man. So got these grades submitted, you know what I mean? And yeah, I can enjoy a semi-summer break. I'm still working, but a slight couple weeks of relaxation, a little bit less work than usual.
I noticed we're not ones to just rest, sit down. Like, there's always something to be done, bro. Like,
always, bro. I can't remember the last time where I took like a week and legitimately didn't work.
Yeah, nah.
I didn't do anything. I don't even know if I know how to function like that, to be honest.
Yeah, bro. I don't know how people just sit on the couch for a week's time. And what I definitely don't understand is stay vacations or people that only vacation in their hometown and take a week and a half off. I don't get that, bro. To each his own, but I don't understand that.
Yeah, nah. I'll at least go somewhere local.
You know what I'm saying?
If you can. But you know what I mean? If you got a nice enough crib and you know, if you like where you live, I guess it depends on where you live, too.
It depends how your lifestyle, too, along with your residence too, you know what I mean? If you're barely home and you're like, yo, I need a break, I'll just stay in the penthouse. I'm like, okay, I got you. I hear you.
Yeah. If you rolling like that. But yeah, bro, it's been good, man. For everybody who's been tuned in, man, we appreciate all the listeners, man, and all the love we've been getting, and everybody who reaches out via message, comments, all of that. We appreciate you. Make sure that if you watch via YouTube, that you're hitting the subscribe button and making sure you're subscribed so you get additional content. I look through the analytics. A lot of y'all who return back to these videos are watching all the time. You're just not subscribed. So make sure that y'all hit the subscribe button. And everybody who listens on Apple, Spotify, across the world, make sure that you are doing that 5-star rating, man. And we appreciate you all for locking in with us, man. We're on episode 43.
Yeah, bro. We're approaching that 50 ball.
That 50
that
piece.
1 year mark is approaching too.
That's wild.
We
started this podcast during last summer, and it's already getting hot again.
Exactly. Which just lets us know, because I watch our older episodes just to make sure that we're on point or we're progressing, and I see the progress. So I can only imagine what it will feel like once we hit that year mark, 2 year mark, and so on, man. It's going to be special.
Absolutely, bro. And we're excited that you all will be a part of this journey, especially with the book we're releasing as well, man. The book is coming out 2026. We do not have a date yet, but we'll make sure we let you all know when we have that date locked in.
Yeah, for sure. And not to spoil nothing, I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this, but we're already rolling around to get into the marketing aspect of this. The manuscript is dang near done, so it's exciting news, man. This is exciting time.
Yeah,
sure.
Absolutely, man. Conscious Rap Lives, how J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar saved hip-hop. That's the working title still. 2026, man. We're excited for this book. There has never been a hip-hop book like this.
None.
On conscious rap that's formatted like this, that has a journalist perspective and an academic perspective in it. It's just never been done.
Yeah, and us, like between us, we've read more than a dozen, maybe dozens of hip-hop related, music related books, bro. So I know for a fact nothing is out like this and nothing will be out like this.
No,
that's
not at all.
Fact.
Not at all, bro. This is, and I'm stamping this, the greatest hip-hop story ever told, man. The most compelling, the most interesting, the most factual. You'll learn a lot reading the book.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then you'll come back. You'll leave the book with a newfound respect for hip hop and the culture. So
absolutely.
Yeah, man, we're looking forward to it. So stay locked in for that, man. But we got some exciting topics today. All right. Man. And the first thing that we want to do, we mentioned this last week and a couple weeks prior. We had mentioned this, the idea of what are perfect hip hop albums and what do those look like. We reviewed Common B a couple of weeks ago, and we both agreed Common's album B is a perfect hip hop album.
It is.
And how do we want to define perfect? No skips?
So that's a good question. I feel like maximum one skip.
One skip.
And I don't count interludes. So like if you're one of those people that like doesn't like listening to interludes or skits, I mean, you're cool. Like a lot of classic albums, near perfect or perfect albums got skits that I skip. So but as far as songs, one skip. That to me is max.
Okay, one skip. All right, we could do that and see. And we differ there because I'm a skip person. You aren't.
Nah,
I know you don't rock with skips like that. So that's a good a rule to have with this as we lay these out. Okay, so maximum one skip, and we'll discuss what's a skip. And skits not included.
Skits not included. Now, how do you feel about? Because like back, especially in the '90s. There had to be an album like I think of like Harlem World by Mace. Like a lot of that, I'm not gonna lie, people may feel different. A lot of that is filler. There's like some filler in there.
Absolutely.
But then you have classic hits in the midst of it. Some are for the ladies, some are for the homeboys. Like it's kind of a mixed bag. How do you feel about songs for the ladies? Like does there need to be a song cry by Jay-Z on a perfect album, for example, or is whatever just sounds good with the project? Like, how do you kind of break it down?
I don't necessarily think there has to be one.
Yeah.
But I do think it helps.
It helps.
I feel like most classic albums have at least a song that caters to women, for sure.
Yeah.
Most of them have one of those in there. But I think it just depends on the artist. So I don't think that's the criteria.
Yeah.
But I think we also, does there need to be a hit on the album for it to be a perfect album?
In my mind, no.
Okay.
In my mind, no. Like, because there's some of my favorite albums don't necessarily have this behemoth of a record on it. Nah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so no hits. All right, it does not need to have a hit. I would say that it needs to have an impact, though.
I think it needs to have an anthem. Like, if it's a hood
go.
anthem, hustle anthem, that part I agree with.
There needs to be an anthem that resonates with people.
I
would agree there, too. Okay, so there has to be an anthem. We're laying that down as a foundation, too, as a framework. All right? So there has to be an anthem.
Yes.
Maximum one song that we skip.
Just one. And it can't be because it's a bad song. Like, it can't be buns. We just don't like it that much. Exactly.
There can't be a trash song.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
That's some criteria.
That's honestly a good criteria, I think.
No, that's fire. I think we got something going there. All right. So let's get it going, man. I'm gonna throw one in the mix, and what we're gonna do on this show is we're gonna go back and forth.
I like that.
I'm gonna name an album. We'll discuss if it's a perfect rap album or not.
Okay.
All right. So the first one that I'm gonna throw in there, I'm gonna throw one that I think should qualify as a perfect rap album. College Dropout by Kanye West.
No.
Not a classic, not a perfect album.
Not perfect.
Pull out that phone, man. We about to go through this playlist right now. You gonna tell me which song on here is trash.
So for me, the automatic that stands out automatically.
Trash. Remember we
dang, we did say trash. I don't know if this song is trash.
It's not more than one skip on here. I'm not.
I just don't like it I absolutely just don't like it.
Okay,
and I would never go back to it. And that for me automatically. And if you honestly take this song off, I think this is a perfect album.
Okay.
And I would say the song that doesn't do it for me is Workout Plan.
Come on, bro. No.
I just can't,
that's
bro.
not. It's not trash though. That's not a trash song. We're not. No, absolutely not.
It's
bro.
trash to me.
Nah, man. Nah. That's not trash.
Man.
That don't qualify as trash.
You don't think that's trash?
And it did numbers. It was a hit. Like no.
Was it? I didn't even know it charted, bro.
I don't know if it did. I might be making that up. I feel like it was a hit. I remember the music video did numbers on 106 in Park. I don't know if it had.
Okay, I can see that. It's like catered to that. Like it is a fun record. Objectively, it's a fun record. I think if you're in the mood for it, I love spaceships. Like there's so much to take away from.
Your one skip ain't even my one skip.
What's your one skip?
My one skip would be Breathe In, Breathe Out with Ludacris.
Okay, I like that record though.
See, okay, so both of us only got one skip apiece then, so that's only one skip.
But I think the Workout Plan is bad though.
That's the only thing, bro. I think it's bad. That's not a bad song, bro.
Okay, how bad is bad?
That's not a song where it come on and you're upset that it's on. And it's like, I hate this song. And there's no way, bro.
I don't hate it. It's not disgusting, but like I'm just like, why'd you put this on? Like that's my biggest thing is more confusion.
That's why I put in words. It's a catchy little song. Bro, it's as good as any Drake song. Not any.
That's great.
It's on the same. I did catch a stray for no reason. It's on the same level as Hotline Bling and them type of songs. It's a catchy little.
Hotline Bling better than this.
Better than Kanye's Workout Plan. I disagree.
Easy. Now, if this came out in the era of TikTok, it would do.
It would have went crazy. That's what I'm saying. It's not a
numbers.
trash song, bro. And mind you, I don't play the song. It's
do you skip it?
Yeah, it's the one skip for me, but it's not trash. That's what I'm saying. It still qualifies. It's only one skip.
I actually like Breathe In, Breathe Out a lot, yo. Like,
see, for me, my one skip, I wouldn't. For me, I would use my one skip for that because to me, workout plan is not bad.
Yeah.
But
and in fairness,
neither one are bad songs though. To me, that's what I'm saying. They're not bad. They're just not my type of music.
I don't like that song. I'm gonna be honest. Like,
bro,
I wish I could cave in and call it one.
Bro, so you calling this not and this is not a good time in history to stand up for Kanye West.
This might be the worst time.
I actually want to be on record to say this is not a defense of Kanye. No. This is a defense of the college dropout.
And they should know that.
This is we are talking about the college dropout,
not
the man who made it.
No.
You feel me?
No.
This is about the college. Really? So you gonna say this college dropout is not classic because of workout plan?
It's a classic, but to me, that's the only stain, bro. And actually, like because a lot of people qualify. Rolling Stone has rated My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy as among like the top. What was it? I forgot what it was ranked. It's like a top 30 album in music.
And there's definitely some songs I'll skip on there.
Exactly. So for me, like.
Workout plan making it not a perfect album is crazy.
I just can't.
All right, we have a split vote here.
Yeah.
Y'all let us know what y'all think, man. To me, The College Dropout is a perfect album with one possible skip. For me, it'll be Breathe In, Breathe Out. I don't skip Workout Plan when I'm playing the album. I'll let it rock out. The only one I actually skip is Breathe In. I don't know why. To me, it's just I don't know.
And it's a good song. It's not a bad.
It's not bad. I just skip it. But to me, I don't have any bad songs in here. So we got a split decision on College Dropout.
All right, I got one.
Because you're not budging, which is crazy.
I can't, bro. I just don't like
College Dropout is come on.
I can't, bro. I can't.
Nah, that's just perfect. All right. What you got, man?
So I nominate. This is a cheat code. I feel like every hip hop fan on earth is gonna say this.
I already know the one you
already know. Illmatic. To me, that's a perfect hip hop album.
Yeah, I'm going with.
Now, is there any?
It's only 10 songs on there too.
Yeah, and I like really sharp, condensed albums. I think it's probably under 45 minutes or whatever. I love albums like that, and people don't know this. Well, a lot of music fans don't know this. When it comes to like music, what is it? It's an LP when it's a full project, right?
Correct.
All you need is 10 records. Anything above that is just for an ego stroke or whatever. But anyway, like I think it's a great album, perfect album. Is there any skips for you on Illmatic?
No.
None?
No.
And you know what's crazy? At the beginning we said, does it have to have a hit? Does it not have to have a hit? I think Life's a B is that anthem we talking about among many of the
and New York State of Mind is too.
New York State of Mind,
yeah.
Of course. Like,
and I would even possibly argue It Ain't Hard to Tell.
Honestly, that's my favorite record on the entire album.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. No. This one we agree. We're here.
That's an easy one.
That's easy. That's no brainer. All right, Illmatic is on there. Mm-hmm. Perfect hip hop album.
Yeah.
All right, I got another one for you, man.
Okay.
Black Album by Jay-Z.
Woo! Wow.
Let's pull it up.
Yeah, let me pull it up, man.
I'm going, and I'm saying that with my whole chest. The Black Album by Jay-Z.
Man, let's see. 'Cause I don't see why it wouldn't be, right?
Yep.
I don't see why it wouldn't be.
Interlude, December 4th. What more can I say? Encore, Change Clothes, Dirt Off Your Shoulder, Threat, Moment of Clarity, 99 Problems, Public Service Announcement, Justify My Thug, Lucifer, Allure, and My First Song.
Yeah, bro. That's crazy. I think the only
no skips on there for me.
The only one I would consider skipping, I think if you wrote this down on paper, I'd be like, okay, that's not going to turn out well. And that's the Justify My Thug with, because that's the most skippable one for me. Yeah, and I think it's because the production is so like kind of left field for a Hove. Because who produced it's
Justify My Thug is let me see, I'll pull it up right now. That
Quick, right?
DJ Quick.
That's the only reason why I think people are like but it's still a good record.
But it's still a good record though.
It's still a good record. So if you put it on paper, I think I would skip it. But actually listening to Justify My Thug, that's the only what I would consider a blemish, but it's not to me. I would still play it.
All right, so we here.
Album. Yeah.
Jay-Z Black Album, perfect album. Yeah. Perfect hip hop album.
Which is crazy because I say that because if you would have told me Blueprint, I would have been like, oh yeah, probably. If you would have told me Reasonable Doubt, I was like, oh, for sure. I don't see a lot of people. Of course, the Black Album is highly touted.
Yeah.
No question.
The Black Album is my favorite Jay-Z album.
Oh, period.
Yeah, period.
Okay.
It's always been.
Hey, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, it's always been my favorite. To me, it's just it's concise. It's produced well.
Yeah.
It has a sound. It has a sound I like. It's darker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's talking about a lot on there. I feel like
Yeah.
that like the messaging is potent on there too.
I'm not mad at it, bro.
Yeah. Now, okay, all right, one for Hov right here.
Yeah.
So far, Illmatic. We got Illmatic. We got the Black Album. We got a split decision on the College Dropout.
Yes.
All right, what you got?
So this might be a little left field.
Let's do
Dark
it.
Sky Paradise, Big Sean. Because I know like a lot
Mm.
of people go back to like a lot of his even mixtapes and say, yo, this is peak Sean. I think when it comes to Sean balancing between being a commercially successful artist and someone was still with substance, I look at Dark Sky Paradise as his best album, and I think maybe one skip on this, but otherwise I think it might be just a perfect commercial release. What are your thoughts? It's tough.
So, all right, off top, I'm skipping research.
Dang, for real. Okay.
I'm eating without second thought.
Dang.
It's getting skipped. That's my one. That's one skip already.
Hold on, is that the deluxe?
That's the joint with him and Ariana Grande. Is this? Am I in the? Oh, I might be in deluxe. Let me see. Oh, okay. Let me go to the regular one. All right, that's not on the regular one. Okay.
Yeah, see, I'm only accounting for like the regular.
Oh, okay. No, you're right. You're right. You right then.
Because that's off. It's
nah,
tough.
Stay down.
Stay down. You not rocking with that one?
I'll probably skip it if I'm listening to it.
Okay.
But yeah, that's only one though for me. You right. All right. I think you might be on to something.
And who would have thought that? I wouldn't have thought that.
I was ready to tell you no after you did. So hold on. So you said you gonna look me in my eye and tell me that the Dark Sky Paradise is better than the College Dropout?
So I think College Dropout.
Are you willing to do that today?
I think College Dropout is a better album. But
Okay.
I think like when it comes to like the moment, the time, and the structure of the project, I would say I'm not skipping a song on here. But I think College Dropout is just a more influential or important project.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with it.
It's a way more influential project.
Way more influential, for
Way.
sure. I don't think anybody can deny that.
But okay.
Is there a chance a rapper without like a College Dropout? Like, is there a lot of folks?
Yeah. I don't know if there's a Dark Sky Paradise. I don't know if there's a Big Sean.
There is no Big Sean without the man.
Yeah, absolutely.
That has no names. I know.
Yeah. He who shall not be named.
Yeah.
You feel me? All right. So I didn't expect the Big Sean one to make it.
I didn't either, bro.
Okay. All right. Big Sean and Dark Sky Paradise has made it. It is a perfect hip hop album.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, since we're on Big Sean, it's only right that we get into J. Cole.
Okay.
J. Cole, 2014 Forest Hill Drive.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. No. I'm saying no skips. Perfect album.
Boy, I was like, man, you on one with
attack.
me today.
Gave him a heart attack.
No skips.
No skips.
Let me look through and make sure that I don't think there's any skips.
No skips.
No, there's no skips on here.
There's no skips.
And you know why I know there's no skips? Because I listened to this album a decent amount,
Yes.
and I've never skipped a song on here.
I don't think I've skipped a record. And yeah, I heard the leak. I heard the leak of the project, and I was like, this is amazing. I was talking to my homeboy in high school. He was like, nah, it's just basic Cole. It's boring. No, bro. Like from the moment I listened to this was magic. So the only song, is there any song that you consider skipping? Or none?
Saint-Tropez.
Okay. Oh wow. I'm kind of surprised by that.
I mean, if I'm gonna skip one,
And you're kind of like nitpicking.
nitpick depending on my mood, Wet Dreams.
Oh wow. And these
I think it's a great song, but I'm just saying, like, if I'm just riding, that one I might skip it.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's kind of a little too teenage feature.
Yeah, like I don't
get
always
that.
want to hear about the loss of virginity on my ride.
Nah, I don't think never. Right?
I'm not always trying to hear the subject matter of the song, but the
Right.
song is amazing song.
It's
So
yeah, it's amazing. I think the only song I'm really skipping like outright or considering is Hello. I'm not a huge Hello fan, but otherwise, I mean, and it's not a bad record. There's no bad records on here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we got another one.
That's okay.
Stamp it. 2014 Forest Hill Drive by J. Cole, perfect rap
Sheesh.
album.
Okay, let me think of, because we're going to actually cover this person's album a little later. Am I willing to say this? I don't know if I am, but I'm going to say it anyway. This is a Ross record. This is a Rick Ross record. Let me pull it up.
Are you saying Teflon Don?
I think I'm going to say This might surprise folks. Rather you than me.
I'm gonna tell you now you're wrong.
Would you put Port of Miami? Is that perfect?
I'm going. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Rather you than me? Let me see.
Nah, I don't believe that. Yeah, I take that back.
No, I'm skipping. I'm skipping like one. I'm skipping at least 2, 3 songs. I don't like that trap. I'm skipping that. I'm skipping She on My D. I'm skipping a lot of songs on here.
I love Apple on My Eye. I think that's one of his better intros. But
yeah. Oh no, Centering Degrees.
Centering Degrees is amazing.
Idols Become Rivals. I mean, there's a lot of great songs on here, but Perfect, absolutely not.
Yeah, I think.
Nah.
That was a reach.
Yeah, you reached for the stars.
Honestly, if I said that about, I don't believe that either. I was about to say Mastermind. I really love Mastermind though, but I don't think it's perfect. Nah.
I got another one I'm gonna throw in here.
Okay.
Let's go. Notorious B.I.G. Ready to Die.
Easy. Yep. That's a yes. Perfect album. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I don't think there's a skip on here.
Nah. Now I will say though.
Ready to Die, and I don't see one skippable record on there. I'm out.
What's the Kelly? Is there a Kelly joint on her? Or am I thinking of Life After Death? I'm probably thinking Life.
I think you're thinking Life After Death.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, this one might have it.
It does, I think, because I'm effing you tonight. Whatever project that's on, that would make it unperfect for me. But I think that's Life After Death, unless I'm mistaken.
Okay. So Ready to Die, we agree there.
Yep, we agree there. So that's an easy one.
All right, so Notorious B.I.G. Ready to Die. Y'all already knew what it was with that one.
You already know.
That's a classic. What else we got?
Is Mobb Deep the infamous? Is that a perfect album? Right? Has to be, right?
I skip songs on there.
Do you for real? Which ones you skipping?
I'm skipping. Well, let me go to it. Let me look.
Oh, I haven't heard this in a minute, y'all.
Yeah, I haven't either. I have to go back and listen to it. I got to go back and listen to it. I haven't heard it in too long for me to remember some of these titles.
Yeah.
So I'll go back and give mine because I could be wrong. I could be off.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm pretty sure I skipped some songs on there. But I'm also not that's also not the type of album I'm listening to kind of regularly.
Nah. I'm not trying to hear a dude say he punched dude's orbital bone through his skull and all that. Like, R.I.P. Prodigy, man. Great lyricist.
Amazing lyricist. And this album is classic. Let me be clear. Though. But I don't know if I would call it perfect.
How about Good Kid, Mad City?
I'm going to go yes.
I'm gonna go yes.
I'm gonna go Good Kid, Mad City. I'm gonna say that is a perfect album. I'm looking at the playlist now.
Yeah.
There is probably only one skip on here for me.
And what's that for you?
That skip on here for me is going to be.
Might say the same one as me.
Probably Real.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Real. I think is the only skip on here.
I think so.
Everything else, I'm riding. So one skip, we good.
Yeah,
and it's not trash. It's just
it's not trash. I think honestly though, and people may beat me up for this. I may skip Sing About Me. I'm dying.
I like Sing About Me is hard. And I'm
like
not
the second half.
I'm not always in the mood to listen to it, but it's an amazing song though.
Yeah, I think I have to be in a certain mood for it, but otherwise, when I'm in the mood to listen to that, I enjoy it. So I can't necessarily say it's an absolute skip, but I think Real is one of those where I'm like it's cool, but
yeah, that one is the one I would skip. But all right, Good Kid, Mad City. Damn, Damn by Kendrick Lamar.
Oh yeah, that's easy. That's an easy yes.
I don't even need to pull the playlist. I already know it. I already know the.
We've heard this album a million times,
and we reviewed it on here already. Yeah. So Kendrick Lamar, Damn, perfect album.
That's easy, bro. That's easy.
Yeah, that's easy. Kill. That's easy. What else we got?
Dang, I'm trying to think.
Is there another? We did 2 Kendricks. Is there another? I think those are the only 2 that I would give perfect.
I'll give you another one that you will absolutely disagree with.
I'm sure I will.
YG's My Crazy Life.
Well, come on, man.
Boom.
Knock it off.
People gotta listen to that, man.
No, I do like it. Let me be very clear. Mm-hmm. I really, really do like that album.
Yeah.
But I'm about to pull it up right now and let you know this album getting skipped. I'm going to pull it up right now.
Man. This was my favorite album this year.
Meet the Flockers is getting skipped.
That's crazy. Wow.
Do It To You is getting skipped.
Wow.
That's it, though. Hold on. Let me. That might be it though.
Yo,
that's pretty impressive.
That might be a fringe perfect. That's like fringe perfect.
I ain't gonna lie. What?
Near fatality.
YG went crazy on that.
No, he went stupid.
But you know what though? I was also living in Cali when this came out, so I have a deeper appreciation for this because I was outside watching.
It hits different.
How
in Cali,
people were reacting to this album. So nah. This is one of those ones, but not perfect.
This is
close though.
Yeah.
This is we got a split one on here.
Yeah.
I just want to be on record that he says this YG album is perfect and not College Dropout. I just want to make sure
I'm standing on it.
He has said YG My Crazy Life is perfect. Kanye West The College Dropout is flawed.
Yes. Everybody should know that. Earl said it, yo.
Yes, please. Earl Hopkins, crazy man. Y'all crazy. Yo, out of his mind.
We need a poll or something. We gotta do a poll or something. Like,
bro, nobody. You're not winning that.
People are siding with me.
So we're gonna do that poll. There is no planet or universe where this album is better than the College Dropout.
Yo,
there is no
perfect and non-perfect, but influential.
That means better.
Not better.
That means better.
Because I would say, hold on. I was about to say, because I say let's not do that. I was about to say something foolish. Hold on. I think I just know in my heart of hearts you wouldn't about to say this is better than Illmatic. No, I love B by Common.
Absolutely.
But I also think the College Dropout is a better album for me. And B is perfect. And Kanye has his hands on it.
I think you're being biased because Kanye is a disgusting being right now. I'm going to be honest. I think you're being swayed by Kanye's foolery.
Nah, he can't sway me out of a College Dropout. I'm gonna be honest. That's too good an album. It's too good an album for him to sway me.
Look. Y'all let us know what y'all think. I think Earl is crazy.
I got another one, and I think you'll actually agree with this one. Lupe Fiasco, Food and Liquor.
Oh, that's
come on, man.
Now we here. Now I'm with you when you're right.
Come on, man.
Now I'm with you when you're right. Now that's the one.
Yeah.
I don't even got to pull it up. I already know.
Shoot, man. There's more perfect albums than I would think off top, and we're doing this off top. We didn't even really brainstorm.
We're doing the research.
Yeah.
Lauryn Hill, come on.
Come on,
Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, perfect album. Now I wouldn't necessarily classify it as a pure rap album because there might be more singing on it than rapping, but
or 50-50.
It's still got enough hip hop in it for us to claim it. So it's still in there.
Yeah, I would say that too.
Anything else popping in your mind off top? I think we done got to about 10 almost.
I think we got to around 10, a dozen. I mean, I think we would be reaching off top though. I would say I think this is a slight reach. I'll be candid with you, and everybody knows I'm biased towards Travis Scott.
Oh, here we go.
I would say Astro World may not be perfect, but I think it's near perfect for that type of sound. I think the type of sound that Travis has, that is peak that sound. And as far as other artists that have tried to latch onto it or try to recreate it, I think they're all trying to catch up to an Astro World, to be honest.
Okay. I would say for that subgenre.
For the subgenre.
For punk rock rap, I don't know what you would classify.
Like trap, like mix, like it's an amalgamation of those things. I think that's like peak. I think everybody's trying to chase that.
Let me throw. I'm tripping.
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna say what I'm about to say.
Well, I got two that I'm tripping on.
Okay.
Dr. Dre.
Yes.
He might have two.
He might have two. Yeah, he got two.
He might. Dr. Dre might have two because we got to say the Chronic.
Yep. Chronic easy.
I would say 2001 also.
Yeah, easy.
I'm going Chronic and I'm going 2001 by Dr. Dre. I don't really need to pull it up. I can pull it up for fun, but nah. Yeah,
nah. And okay, so I'll throw this one because I thought you were gonna say this one. Dirty Sprite 2, perfect album, bro. Dirty Sprite 2.
You are lucky. The only reason why I'm gonna say yes is because I forgot to say conscious messaging needs to be present.
So
I forgot. I left that out, but because I left that out of the criteria, then I'm gonna agree.
Bro, look at my Spotify. Like this is how I like everything. All that is liked.
No, I'm not gonna lie. It's hard. That's a hard one. I hate to say it because we didn't put consciousness in the pool. We didn't.
And you know what's crazy? 10 years in July. It'll be 10 years old. I feel if you ever felt old, think about the past albums you were in college listening to. That's gonna turn 10 years old. Dirty Sprite 2 in 2 months.
That's wild. I was in college when that came out, so that's
I was a freshman.
That's a little disturbing.
Yeah, I've been looking at life different.
That is. All right. If we revise this, I would say consciousness has to be present somewhere, but because it's not in the criteria that we set, I would say.
So that's your criteria. Like, there's absolutely
there has to be some type of messaging,
and it doesn't have to be the whole way through. It
just
has to be some, right?
It just has to be at least a song on there that is it has some type of impactful messaging.
In any other
DS2 doesn't
way,
have any.
No, it has no redeemable joints. And I would agree with you, honestly. I would think it has to have at least one. At least one. For me, Dirty Sprite 2 gets away with it because I just enjoy the music.
Well, the name of the album lets you know that you're not getting any.
Yeah, no.
That lets you know where we are. All right, so I'm not.
I call mine the Cocaine Man. You cannot expect any dare messaging. I promise you, brother.
Not at all.
How that's gonna work.
Not at all. I would throw Snoop Doggy style.
Yeah, easy for me. I don't need to look at that chart list. I was listening to that at 12 in big khakis, house shoes, and flannels, brother. Yeah, that's a perfect one for me.
Man, since I want to make sure that we're not leaving nothing on the West Coast out.
Oh yeah, we shouldn't.
I also have to. I'm putting the Ice Cube Death Certificate.
Absolutely. Amazing album. He got a lot of good albums.
He has a lot of good albums, but Death Certificate is
a perfect album.
That's one of those ones. So Ice Cube Death Certificate. Death Certificate. Have we mentioned any Southern artists?
We haven't, but we need to. Some Outkast, definitely.
Outkast has a couple that are on that.
It's hard for me to
I might go Speaker Box Love Below.
That's the one that sticks out of my mind.
Both of them joints.
Because they're amazing on both sides.
Yeah, let's go.
And that's what makes it harder. They get extra points for having 2 different variations of one album.
And so many different genres within the one album.
Yeah.
So that's
a good
that's
pick.
Easy. Speaker Box Love Below.
Yeah. Who else? Did you ever listen to Scarface The Fix or
Absolutely.
Would that be perfect? I haven't heard it that much.
You know what? I haven't heard it in a while, so I have to go back to it. But I'm off just memory. I'm going to say yes, but because I think it's pretty short.
Yeah.
I'm mistaken. Let me see. On My Block, The Fix, Safe, Cold Blood, Guess Who's Back, In Between. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. There's only one, probably maybe one skip on here for me. So yeah, Scarface, The Fix for sure.
And this is gonna be. We got a lot of curveballs in this conversation for me. I'll be.
Because we still got some albums to review.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw in one last one. I'm curious to see how you feel. Gunna's DS Forever.
Stop it.
Perfect album.
Boy, you out of your mind. Boy, you out your perfect mind. All right? you're out your mind. You lost.
Man,
you're losing
I love
it.
That album, dog.
I just want to put it on record that this man said Gunna's album is a perfect album and the College Dropout is not. All right. This is good. This is from Earl Hopkins.
10 toes.
He is out of his mind. Gunna ain't did a perfect nothing. You hear me? He ain't got a perfect nothing.
Man.
You can't even understand. Rap me a Gunna verse right now.
Poochie Coochie Down. It's like, now, why was that the first one to come up? Crazy.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
So speaking of artists, new artists,
yes.
DDG just dropped the album. He's more of like a social media YouTube
streamer
hybrid that also makes music, man.
Absolutely.
So he just dropped his new album. Remind me the name.
The name of his album is Blame the Chat.
Blame the Chat. Great title, actually, considering what he does.
Yeah.
So what was your first, just idea of this project upon you listening to it, man? Talk to me.
So let me say this. I have to preface it with this. I've never listened to DDG's music ever. I've never heard a song by DDG ever until this moment. I know DDG from being a YouTuber and influencer. I never followed his content, but I was familiar with who he is from YouTube.
Yeah.
So I always knew who he was as a YouTube public figure, but I've never heard a song of his until earlier today when I played this album. Yeah. So I have to preface it with that. So I didn't go in with any expectations at all. Just because I didn't even know what his rap voice sounds like.
Yeah.
Like that much with this being foreign to me. But going into it, man, I'm gonna be honest. He sounds cool. Like I listening to it, I was like, oh, this is like it's a polished rap album. Now, is the messaging profound? No. But there are some songs on here that are hard hitting that you could play in your whip, that are well produced. And like I said, it exceeded what I believed that it could be. You know what I mean? I didn't. I thought it was solid. There's some songs on here that stood out to me. There's also some songs on here that I didn't like, of course. I would say it's about 50-50 to me.
Oh, wow, 50-50? Okay.
And not the 50 that I didn't like, I didn't hate.
Yeah.
But I also didn't like. And there was some of it that I felt like was just songs I'd already heard before. And they just sounded like his rendition of like prime example, Speed.
Yeah.
Speed is the exact same as Fiend by Travis Scott. Like Fiend. So he's just saying speed. I mean, it's the same cadence. So when I heard it, I was like, I've heard this song before. But I like Ty Dolla $ign, so it worked. I like the intro with Bia.
I love that joint.
I thought Bia went crazy on it. I thought it was a cool song. I liked Motion. What else? It was a couple other ones on here. I want to say it was Bankroll that I liked.
Okay, yeah.
I thought Pimpin' was cool. I thought Do What You Want with Offset was cool. There was a couple on here that I liked that I thought were solid songs that you could play in your car. I like GTA with Skilla Baby.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
So I thought that there were some songs on here that are cool. Is this my type of album? No. But I think that there are some songs on here that are good. They're polished. His rapping is decent on there.
Yeah.
It's like it was.
He can flow.
Yeah,
he can flow.
Like it's like I said. It was like I said. I didn't go in there with any expectations. So for me, as the first time hearing his music, and for him to be known as more of a YouTuber than an artist, I think that this is solid. And I feel like he utilized features well on here. I will give him credit for it. Like I don't feel like the Bia feature, for instance, the Ty Dolla $ign feature. I feel like you can't really go wrong with Ty Dolla $ign, but
you can't go wrong with it.
Yeah, man. What'd you think about it going into it?
So yeah, I thought it was like. So I heard a few records from him this summer, 2023 song that I played heavily actually in the gym. And a couple other ones. I heard Elon Musk, Moonwalking Calabasas, all that. So I knew he did music. But I feel like he's been known for like streaming lately, but YouTube and everything else and who he's dated, in the past. But this is probably the first project I listened to from the intro to the outro. So I would say from listening to it, it was cool. Like it was cool. I got some friends that rave about this DDG. And like they kind of set the bar a little higher than I think they should have. But as far as like, I think you're right. Like, Fine, like the one with Bia, the intro is crazy.
Yeah,
like
I
think this is like the standout for me among all the records, pretty much on the album. I do like Speed. I see the Fiend like kind of like connection too, but I like it.
Yeah, it was cool.
I like GTA. You're right. Like with Skilla Baby, he really like took advantage of a lot of these features. And what's dope about this is he did some of these songs live on stream, which is actually a cool element that people don't know about, nor do they do. Like recording a song for like among your chat, like your fans and everything, and then posting it on the album, bro, is a different level of fan connection that I think a lot of newer artists or even current YouTubers that are looking to get into music, I actually think that they're going to do that. One of them was featured on a song called Pink Dreads that's been out for a minute with Plackboy Max. He's another streamer, artist, hybrid, and I think I like that record. Now, I want to ask you about this to close it. I'm about 50-50 on most of these. The ones I'm 50 on that I don't really like as much, I don't hate. Just kind of like, I probably won't listen to it. It may be sound as a bit repetitive to the song before or whatever the case, right?
Yeah, that's skippable.
Now, there's a song on here that I like, that I should not like, but I do. It's What I Prefer. Bobby Valentino, Slow Down, kind of like interpolated type of record. If you heard it or do you remember hearing it?
I don't remember it.
Okay, yeah. That's not a good thing, guys. If you don't remember it, that's not a good thing.
Okay.
So it didn't stick out in your mind, is what you said. I'm asking. I don't know.
I don't know. You liked it?
So I liked it, but I do not like the fact that, because that song is classic, bro. Slow Down, Bobby V.
Oh, absolutely.
That was like.
So now I have to go back to it. I must have been zoned out when I played that one because I like Bobby Valentino.
Yeah, I feel like it would have stuck out to you if you liked it. I don't know, but I like it. But
I might have just been doing something when it played, though. To be fair, I'm gonna go back to it though. If you saying this fire, I'm gonna leave it a listen.
I won't say it's fire, but I will.
Don't renege.
It'll get a like, but it won't get a stamp of my approval. But like with classic records, I feel a way about classic records. Like I feel a way about like Sweetie's records, right? Because they bite off a lot of like classic records. You know what I mean? Especially from the Bay. So this one I don't feel like was done too poorly. So I'm kind of mixed on it, but I'm favoring it. So what I prefer is another one I like, man, among a couple other ones, bro. So DDG, man, he's not bad. Like he's not bad, bro.
I would say that he sounds like a polished artist.
Yeah.
And I think to go from another industry into being seen as rap, which is very hard to do. A lot of YouTubers are trying to make that transition, and it's extremely difficult to do because even though you've built this large fan base of people who have these parasocial relationships with you, they have known to love your personality, not your musical abilities. Yeah. So to get them to then transition over into putting you into another space of their life, because people mentally compartmentalize YouTube content and like influencer content and music.
They're separate boxes.
There's separate boxes in people's lives. Like music is in one pocket, and then in a completely other pocket is the influencers they follow. So to be able to get into people's world on both sides is extremely difficult to do. So if he's been able to do that transition, man, I gotta salute him for it, because I don't think that's an easy thing to accomplish.
For sure, and you only have so much time. One of the things that I noticed when listening to this album, where I thought about, is like it's hard to master two things at once. Yeah. So like, and I think he can rap, but certain songs he's just not saying a thing on there, bro. And I think that was my one frustration.
There's no content.
Yeah, not really anything to really take away from it. And I don't feel like the lyrics stuck out to me, you know what I mean? But like I think what I
Wiz Khalifa went stupid on here though.
On Lemonade.
I will say Wiz Khalifa's verse is crazy on there.
And of course we love to be a feature, as we said. So I feel like sometimes the features outshine them.
Absolutely.
And I think that also has to do with the fact that they're full-time, especially the baby on here, they're full-time artists.
Right.
So you have to deal with that and think about that as a DDG and as a DDG fan. Like he's not going to be the artist that you listen to daily maybe, but like as far as what he does, he offers, bro, I think there's some value there. And
I think artists like him who do this, I'm shocked that they don't lean more into, because people know about their personal lives, I'm surprised they don't lean more into that musically.
Yeah.
Like the fact that his followers know who he's dated, they know like some of the stuff he might have gone through and ups and downs. Like I don't know why they don't lean into the pain that people are already familiar with.
Yeah.
When making music, why does girls' money? You know what I mean? I don't know. I just would think that if you already have a fan base who knows about your life, it would be easier to do that.
Yeah, and some people, like, there's artists that are incapable of doing that, straight up. Yeah, and then there's artists that just veer away from it, which is ironic because as public a figure as you are, why don't you reveal, like, some of the stuff that we see or dig a little deeper? I don't know if he's just, I don't know which one he falls into, like, between the two, but, yeah, I mean, it would be interesting. He talks about his son, in some songs,
I did
about
hear that.
Bossing them up and everything. But, like a fan like me, I want to listen to a little depth for sure.
Yeah.
Here and there. But I also want to listen to the tunes that I can dance to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, it's about having that balance.
A balance. And that's a perfect album, as we stated. That's a difference between being a perfect album and maybe just a good album, a classic album, whatever.
So with that being said, DS2 has now been removed formally.
Nah, I'm sticking with DS2.
What you mean? You said it had to have balance.
It's Future, though. He gets a pass. DS2, man.
No. All right. So speaking of that, man. But yes, salute. And man, keep at it, man. Like I said, this was like I said, I wasn't familiar with his work, and to me, if you were just to tell me that there's a YouTuber who makes music, this is better than I would expect the album to be.
Yeah, I think that's fair though. That's fair.
So. Shout out DDG, man. I definitely it's solid enough for me to check out another project if he has another release.
Yeah, or like some of the singles. I think he's more of a singles artist, but I
can see that. I can see that. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man. On to the next one, man. We have a throwback review.
Yes, sir. 15-year anniversary of what?
Of Rick Ross Teflon Don.
Indeed.
Now, this right here is I would say it's a landmark Rick Ross project. When you think about Rick Ross's catalog, I feel like a lot of people think about Teflon Don. Yeah. And what were your thoughts when you first heard Teflon Don?
So when I first heard Teflon Don, I really heard, BMF, Ashton Martin music, like the standouts, right? And so I didn't listen to the album in full back then. I was very much it just sounds good, like, so I like it type of listener. But like going back, knowing that, right? Like this is a good album.
I just want to go ahead and throw this on here. This is a perfect album to me too.
I can't do that, and you'll hear the reasons why, and they're very much in the beginning.
This is a perfect album for me.
Yeah.
Because to me, when I listen to this album, there are no skips, and this is a relatively short album. It's only 11 songs. I like all the songs on here. I'm just being me personally. This is while Rick Ross had other classic projects. To me, this is his most polished project. Where I could tell he really was like, let me make sure I curate songs that all flow well together. That are all. I could tell he probably removed a lot of things off of this project and what it initially was. Like when I listen to "I'm Not a Star." Yeah. Stupid.
To start the album too.
Starting off the album, that's one of the hardest album intros. I'm Not a Star to start off, and then to go into Freemason with Hove.
Yeah.
Tears of Joy, one of my favorite Rick Ross songs. Maybach Music 2. I like all
that joint is fire, bro.
Maybach Music 3 is crazy. Live Fast, Die Young, Super. I like every song on here. What song don't you? What is this trash song on here?
So the trash song.
BMF is. We don't even have to talk about BMF.
So not trash song, but songs that I just don't like.
Yeah, which was
number one with Trey Songz and the Diddler. that one I can do without. I can do without.
Hey, I was low key gonna try to skip over that one. I was trying to. I wasn't gonna say. You see, I didn't reference that one when I went through. I jumped right over that.
So
so there's one skippable.
So for me, I'm also skipping MC Hammer with Gucci. It's not bad.
I ain't gonna lie, I like that.
It's not bad. It's not bad. For me, it just sounds too close to
I got
BMF.
30 cars, a whole lot of dancers. I take them everywhere. MC Hammer, come on. I'm too legit to quit. When it's hammer time, I'm pulling out the stick. Come on, I'm not. We're not doing that. MC Hammer. Bro, what are we talking? Bro, what? What are we?
I don't know. I feel like it sounds because I'm listening to the album, not being in the moment. Like I feel like certain songs, this is good music, but like being in the moment, I do remember listening to MC Hammer on like YouTube, and I rock with it. But in the concept of the album, I'm like, that just sounds like a BMF clone. Almost.
I think the ordering it could have been switched, but I ain't skipping MC Hammer when it come on.
I think that's why I don't, and this will get you stirred up. That's why I'm skipping Freemason.
Oh, you out of your mind. I don't know what you on.
The sequencing, bro.
I don't care if they put it on another disc, bro. I'm not skipping free. Hey, there is no. Did you hear Jay-Z verse on there? What are we talking?
He went nuclear.
What?
Jay-Z went nuclear on that.
I ain't no way. I don't care when they could have put it on a double disc and that'd be the only song on it. It's still hard. Exactly. Come on, man.
The only reason,
no
y'all,
way.
Don't beat me up online, bro. The only reason is because it follows I'm Not a Star, so the album starts so high. It starts up here with it, and then you slow me down.
I would say Freemason should have went first.
Exactly.
But you can't. But then you miss out on the chance of I'm Not a Star being the intro.
I would have put Freemason towards the end.
I think he should have put. I think BMF, MC, all those super hard.
Put them in there.
All should have been up, and then it could have slowed down.
That's my only
I agree with that.
critique. But otherwise, bro, this is a really good album. If someone was to say this is a classic album, I'm not going to argue or debate them. Nah, I see the potential. I just think the sequencing. But what you can also notice, and what I noticed on this album, aside from like, what is it? One song, which I think is the intro, there's features all throughout this project. So that's something I usually dock artists for, because if you're incapable of matching their level or really stirring the project, I'm not critiquing it for this.
But but some of these are just the hooks, though.
Exactly.
Like Tears of Joy, that CeeLo's on the hook. It ain't like
that's true,
you know
too.
What I mean?
Like, he's not laying down like
a few of these are singers, but I agree with what you're saying. Though. Usually, I would dock artists if it's all features
and they're leaning on it too heavily. But like also Ross he was in his A&R bag. He's an A&R. Like he's a seer of talent, a developer of talent. So I don't see that as a knock.
And they all work super high with Neo. Like Neo sounds amazing.
And even the intro with Raphael Sadiq, All the Money in the World, like it just works. And I love his collaborations with Raphael too.
Bro, This is perfect. All right, y'all let us know what y'all think.
Yeah,
Teflon Don
for that one.
Yeah, that one we might need to do a poll. I think Teflon Don is a perfect album. I think Teflon Don to me is it embodies all of the best elements of Rick Ross. I feel like you get the
I
hard, like the crazy trap heavy joints from him. You get the more introspective him with the Tears of Joy and the Freemason, and you get the girl records with the super high, and like I feel like he checked all the boxes.
And he even does some conscious stuff where he's talking about like people getting slain in Haiti and stuff like that. It's like, where did this come from? But it's always been in him. So he's a talented artist, bruh.
Yeah, people don't. I feel like because of all the other controversy with Rick Ross, I think sometimes he doesn't get credit for his projects, his consistency. Really, I mean, it's never. I know when Rick Ross drops, I know what I'm getting.
Absolutely,
I know I'm gonna get high production. I know I'm gonna get. I know I'm gonna get that boss talk. I know Rick Ross got one of the best rap voices, so I think that also plays a role. But like I said, all the other elements, and we ain't gonna get into all that. I feel like a lot of that takes away from where people place him in hip hop's history.
For sure.
And I think, like I said, I always like Rick Ross music. So since Hustling, I was like, I'm in, because he makes go getter hustle type music that
and
I like.
He's one of those artists similar to A Game to me that just really doesn't have a bad album. You can't pick a bad album from them.
No. There isn't anything that's gonna be just flat out like trash. No.
Mm-mm.
No, you're definitely not getting that with Rick Ross.
His ear and pen is too sharp for that.
No. Yeah, absolutely, bro. So man, hey, shout out Rick Ross, man. Teflon Don, another one, man. Another one of those ones, man. We got other topics.
Nah, bro, that's where we meet our end point, man. Other than hidden hits.
Hidden hits, man. We got to get into these hidden hits. For those who are not as familiar with this show and our formatting, Hidden Hits is a segment where we give you all some recommendations for some music that is not a hit, but we feel like it should have been a hit.
Yeah.
Both new records and older records that we feel like we want to shine a little light on, man. So you got one you want to kick off?
I really only got one this week, y'all. It felt like it was a slower music week, or just But I would say the first one, only one that comes to mind, is No Worries is Everybody Gets Down. For those that don't know what No Worries is, it's the duo Anderson .Paak and the producer Knowledge, one of my favorite hip hop producers of all time. They have a song called Everybody Gets Down. If you're a house music type of person, like if you like that to kick off your summer. Like, if you're looking to go to Turks and Caicos or the DR this summer, like, this would be a good joint just to have in mind, pregame dance floor or what have you. Everybody Gets Down by No Worries, man. Yeah.
And I got another one, man. I got to give my girl credit for this. I swear to y'all, if y'all looked at my girl's playlist, y'all would think that she was a maniac. It will go from Katy Perry to Gucci Man real quick. I don't even know what's going on with her. She keep it on shuffle and it just be all over the place. But
versatility, man.
Versatility. She gave me one though. She put me on one, and other people might know it already. And I was late to this party, which is highly likely. I'm not on TikTok, but Boss Man D-Lo, Mo Chicken featuring French Montana. Lord, she played that in my car, and I was like, "What is this?"
Banger.
Hard, man. So I had to shout out Boss Man D-Lo, man. Mo Chicken, just a hard record.
Yeah, he's hard, bro.
Yeah, that's one of those ones for me, man. And then what else do I want to give y'all, man? I'll give y'all let's give y'all Proud of Me by La Russell. I'll give y'all that one as well. That's another one that I've been playing a lot lately that I feel like needs a little more attention. And then I'm gonna give y'all a throwback joint. And this is an artist y'all probably didn't know about, especially the younger generation. Y'all probably don't even know who this is. But Lil Flip, Game Over.
Oh my God.
I'm going all because I randomly just fell upon that song again. I hadn't heard that song in probably 10 years. And I randomly just landed on it one day and was like, yo, I forgot how hard this record was. That's Game Over, Lil Flip, man. If you've never heard of Lil Flip, do yourself a favor, man. Y'all enjoy that, man. For the younger generation who missed that era, who wasn't outside with a big white tee on, if you missed that era of life, it was a time.
It was a heater, man. And had he not beefed with T.I., I'm standing on it, he would.
Oh man,
he would be a bigger artist.
Oh, absolutely. Sure. If he had never beefed with T.I., I think that his career trajectory would have been completely different. That's another topic too, man. What artists did rap beef really like harm their careers drastically?
There's a few in rap and R&B.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
Cause we'll have to. Maybe that'll be our topic for next week.
Yeah.
Next week we'll do that. So. Next week we'll talk about, man, who has rap beef or conflict, I'll say, within the music industry, really like I would say tampered with their careers. You know what I mean? Not necessarily just flat out end it, but harmed their careers and their trajectories when they were on the up and up. Yeah. But definitely Lil Flip was one of those artists. Like Lil Flip had some joints.
He had some joints, bro, for real.
Man, we also don't talk about, and this is another thing we need to talk about more, man. Yo, Houston had a run.
Oh, Houston was up, bro.
That's Still Tipping era was. We don't talk about that enough. The younger generation, if y'all never heard Still Tipping, Mike Jones,
bro.
Paul Wall, that whole little era was.
It was going crazy, bro.
Yo, that was hard.
They had
man.
Little kids putting tinfoil in their mouth, bro. For real, I was one of those little kids.
I am little kids.
Yes.
I am little kids. One spinners, but before even one in the car. Like, I just want spinners, bro.
That's a fact, bro.
Yeah, that was a dope little era. That whole little chopped and screw era.
Bro, that was crazy.
R.I.P. DJ Screw. All that era was fire.
That was.
And I have another. Before we get out of here, I do have one more hot take.
Yeah.
I don't think people rank Paul Wall high enough for white rappers. Paul Wall, and the reason why I put Paul Wall high up there on my white rapper list is because when I first heard Still Tipping, I had no idea Paul Wall was white.
Yeah, he got one of those voices.
And that's probably my favorite verse on, not even probably, that's my favorite verse on Still Tipping.
Hands down.
It's not by a lot, but it's my favorite verse on Still Tipping.
Man, where would you rank him? Because are we talking Southern? Nah, because who else, right? Like Yellow Wolf? Sorry, nah.
There ain't a lot of white Southern rappers. I was going to say. Yeah. Nah.
What does he rank? Is he top 10? I think top 10.
He might be 5 for me.
Woo! That's a hot one.
To be fair, I don't listen. There's only probably 3 that I listen. We already know Eminem is at the top.
Easy.
Everybody else is after that. At the top. That's at the very, very top. But if you go Eminem, I'm not a Beastie Boys guy. I know some people love Beastie Boys, but that's not.
To me, that's the Jersey Boys of hip hop.
Yeah, but that's not my bag.
Boys.
If you like that, then cool. That's not.
Yeah, they're pioneers in their way for sure. But yeah, it's not my jam.
Yeah, no, I'm cool.
Bro, who falls second? Because people act like, because I don't know, dog. I don't really follow that.
I don't know. A lot of people might go with like Mac Miller. Is on there.
Okay.
A lot of people will put Mac Miller up there. A lot of people will put let's say
what's bro's name from Third Base? MC Search.
Yeah, MC Search. People will put MC Search in there. But Paul Wall right there. Paul Wall got busy and on features, he Drive Slow with Kanye.
Yeah, and he got, like you said, one of those iconic voices, bro. He has like among Southern voices, he has an iconic voice coming out of Texas, Houston, wherever. It's tough, bro. I that's a good topic to talk about, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Paul Wall, to me, I always thought Paul Wall was nice.
He's nice.
Whenever he appears on songs, I'm always like.
And he got charisma. You got like, you know what I'm saying?
Even on even when you look at like Nelly Grills, like every time he came on the song, it was like, oh yeah, this is that. And
I think that's because he's with a black woman. I want that to be straight.
I didn't even know that. See, I don't know. I would honestly say I don't know nothing about Paul Wall's life. All I know is that on Still Tipping, he went crazy.
Hey man,
shout out Paul Wall. Random,
but like
sidebar.
I'm not even mad at it though.
He up there though.
He's an underappreciated symbol of the South. Period. Not even just Texas, like of the South. Like I think he.
All of them don't really get the credit.
Mike Jones, come on, bro. He was at the top of the game. He had people calling his fake number or whatever that he said on the record. One of them was me.
Yeah, we definitely called him as kids.
Yeah. But hold on.
281-330-8004. Why do I still remember that?
Yo, it's ingrained.
It's ingrained in my head, man.
Genius marketing.
Oh, absolutely. And it led you to like a voicemail where he talked about his album. So it was very, very
smart, bro.
Very smart marketing.
Wow. I'm glad we talked about that because that's actually crazy.
Yeah, no, it's real life genius. Hey, shout out Mike Jones, shout out Slim Thug, that whole era, man.
Ringtone era where people ringtones. Yo, I was racking up my dad's phone, but it's like, bro, how many?
Oh, see, I never bought a ringtone. I was the dude who put the phone up to the computer to record the ringtone. Man. Once I found out how to do that, I was I'm not buying no ringtone.
My goofy self waited until it played on the radio. I could have just pulled up YouTube, goofball. Waited an hour and a half for the DJ to cycle that joint.
I was a LimeWire baby, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We found ways to get what we needed to get.
Yo,
all right?
Facts.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, salute to all of y'all, man. Episode 43, another dope one, man. Make sure that y'all are locked in with us. If you listen on Apple Music, Apple, I know we're not even on SoundCloud. I'm talking about SoundCloud. Apple Music and Spotify.
Yes.
Make sure that you are giving us a rating, man. If you listen on YouTube, please make sure y'all hit that subscribe, that notification bell, so you know when we drop new video content. And we'll keep on giving you all these music reviews, man. Until next time, bro.
Until next time, man.
Yes, sir. Rap and Reason, we out.
Out.